Now, there are a lot of ways to prepare salmon, even out on the grill, which is what we're going to be doing today in just a few minutes. But I'm going to show you one of my favorite ways to do it. I think the number one favorite way is using a cedar plank over direct grilling. That just turns out a fantastic piece of salmon. But sometimes you don't have a cedar plank. Sometimes you want to do something different. This is that way. This is a very easy way. Okay, I've got a nice piece of wild-caught coho salmon. And what we're going to do first is we're going to remove these little pin bones right here. If you can see these, just a tweezers works really well on these. Pull them out like that. You don't absolutely have to do this, but it does make for a nicer eating experience. They come out easily after you cook, but if you can get them out now, or the majority of them, I think it's a nice thing to do. Now you'll notice that my salmon is on a rack in this tray here. And the reason for that is it's actually going to cook on this rack. We're actually just going to lift this rack onto the grill. It's going to be cooking indirect today, and lifting it off when it's done, that makes it super easy. A couple more of these bones here. You can usually feel them, and that feels good. So I said this is going to be easy, and I mean that. The seasoning on this is going to be very simple and kind of classic in many respects. First, we're just going to hit this with some kosher salt. Sometimes people don't salt fish because they think, hey, it's already salty. That brininess from the ocean doesn't always translate, at least in my experience, so I like to salt my fish. Next up, some Vermont maple syrup. You can use any maple syrup you want. Just going to drizzle some on here. Just rub that around. Get the edges. Finally, we're going to hit this with some lemon zest. I have my microplane here. We're just going to zest some lemon on here. We'll also have some lemon when we plate this, but I think this is a nice touch when you're grilling it. And we're going to be getting a little smoke today from some peach wood. All right, that's all there is to it. Let's get this out to the grill. All right, the Weber kettle is up to temp. Now I'm using basically the Mallory cast iron grate with the wings removed. I've got 2 charcoal baskets in there, and they're not super full because this is not going to take a long time. My target temp today is probably 325 to 350. And the internal temperature I'm going to want on this salmon for me is about 130 degrees, somewhere between 125 and 130. I'll check it after 15 minutes to see how it's doing. The recommended safe temp for salmon and fish is about 145 degrees, so you have to choose what you like it at. All right, let's get our salmon on. First, I want to get my piece of peach wood in here, just on one side. All right, I'm going to get the lid on, and we're going to come back and check this in 15 minutes. All right, we've been going 15 minutes. Let's check the internal temperature of our salmon. Oh yeah. Let's go right in the thickest part here and just see where we're at. I don't know if you can see that we're at 105 degrees. So I think we've got about 4, maybe 5 more minutes. So I'm going to pop the lid back on. We'll check it in 4 minutes. All right, we've been going another 4 minutes. Let's do another temp check and see how we're doing. It's looking gorgeous. All right, let's see here. That's about 118. Okay, I think we probably have another 4 minutes to go, so we're going to pop the lid back on. We'll check in another 4 minutes. All right, we've been going another 4 minutes, a total of 23 minutes. Let's check the salmon. Let's see how we're doing here. 124. That's close enough for me. This is coming off. We're going to get it inside, plate it up, and have a taste. Get some lemons on here. I don't really need to say much or talk much here. I'm diving in. Let's see. Cheers. Salt, simple maple glaze, and some lemon zest. That's it. put it on the grill, give it some smoke, and you get this. This is just, flaky. So as I said at the beginning, this is a super easy way to make salmon on the grill. There are many ways. This one took under half an hour on the grill, and it might even taken under half an hour total when you consider seasoning, getting out to the grill, putting it on. All you do is light the grill first. This is my go-to easy grilled salmon recipe that I can do in a pinch, quickly, without a lot of prep, and it tastes fantastic.